it's Trixie. Welcome to the underground. You know, last night was supposed to be a nice, calm evening. The White House Correspondents' dinner when everybody, congratulates and celebrates the free press. And they're under their desks, under their tables, ushered out by Secret Service. Another man with three names trying to get at the president. He ended up shooting the Secret Service guy through his vest. Thank God the guy's okay. Went to the hospital. They released him. Of course, the guy has three names. Cole Thomas Allen from California, graduated from Caltech. I heard is he a teacher? I think he was a teacher. Okay. Everywhere Trump goes, I'm not blaming him. It's not his fault someone tried to kill him. But everywhere there's no calm. There's nothing calm. Always a big storm of chaos. It's unbelievable. I mean, this is what I just turned on CNN for a minute because I got some kind of alert. I'm like, oh no, another assassination attempt. And he's ushered out. Everybody's climbing under their tables. It was just complete chaos. And how did the guy get in there? Did you see him running through the checkpoint? Like, really? Like a marathon runner. He was so fast. But the Secret Service really reacted really quickly. Those guys, it's a lot tougher job to guard Trump because there's assassination attempt every. Biden, no one wanted to kill him. I mean, he was basically half in a coma anyway. But the guy ran through security, and now he's using it. Trump is using it as, oh, yeah, we need the ballroom. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I just don't like the excuse about the ballroom. Well, it was never a problem before to have a correspondence dinner. Really, I don't know what to think anymore. It's like anything, he's not going to be able to go anywhere outside the country. He's going to live like Kim Jong-un. He's going to live like Putin where they check his Big Macs. 31-year-old white guy, which is, those are the crazy ones. Caltech grad. He had a shotgun, handgun, multiple knives. Didn't know what instrument he was going to use, what weapon he was going to use. How scary is that? That's pretty close that he got that close. And we just don't know how vulnerable we are until something like this happens. And we are vulnerable. Anybody can be gotten to it. The thing is they take him out and they all go to a bunker. Everybody that's in, Democrats, Republicans, whatever, Congress, senators, vice president, everybody's in the bunker. And then the people are out there with the crazy person. So, yeah. So Trump said he was honored to be, I don't know, targeted like that. They don't shoot at people that don't do anything. He's not getting it. He said he was honored to be the target. Yeah, I mean, they attempted many attempts on Hitler's life too. I'm not comparing him to Hitler. He's not Hitler, but he doesn't get it, that what he says, he gets people so angry. I mean, a regular person would just get angry. I see them all the time. You either love Trump or hate him, and, you don't want to kill him. I don't want to kill him. I don't want him dead, because then we got Gady Vance. Okay, let me just tell you about going to the gyno. I have to just confess this, because I need therapy after this. So I've had I hope you guys aren't eating breakfast. I've had some spotting. And it coincided when I got my bicycle back, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, did they put the seat down? Because it's right in the front, like where it's killing me. And I was in so much pain, in my, down parts down there. And I was spotting. And so, everybody's like, it's, you have no estrogen. Yeah. Postmenopausal bleeding. Not good. You could have endometrial cancer. So they had me go they took me. First of all, my gyno is gone. And the whole practice is gone. So I had to go look for a new gyno with this. So it stressed me out even further. And I found one. And they're like, you need a transvaginal ultrasound. Okay. I go in there. It's a 24-year-old boy. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be doing your procedure. And I said, okay. So as I started and they wanted me to look up at butterflies in the sky, that wasn't helping. I said, you're the only man who's ever been inside me. So he kind of cracked up and said, as he's going in there and he's, I had to like talk and just get my mind off it because I'm just not used to anything, any foreign objects being, anyway, I told him about the time when my father caught me and my first girlfriend in bed. And, he just kind of went like this when I opened the door. I was like, okay, if that's all I get is a finger, not the finger, but a finger, then it's okay. And then I told him about the time that her father caught us in bed. Unbelievable. And I said, we got to get out of the bed. It's unbelievable. We're always getting caught in the bed. Why didn't we lock the door? Was there no locks on the door? Unbelievable. Maybe we wanted to get caught. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, it was taking my mind off what was going on to me. Anyway, I was trying to get some info out of the guy. Like, am I dying? Do I have cancer? He wouldn't tell me. He was a nice kid. It was a pleasure. But anyway, going to the gyno the next day. I go in there. They take my blood pressure. It's a little high. But not, your white coat syndrome, whatever. So, the girl goes, she's going to want to do a biopsy. I'm like, what the hell did the test show? She said, I don't know, but they're going to want to test me. What's this piece of hair? For endometrial cancer. Because I guess there's some new guidelines where if you're any kind of postmenopausal bleeding, they got to test you. Because I found out later my test was fine, but they just wanted to make sure. So, anyway, oh my gosh. So, this is what I see. I'm exaggerating, but tools like this, I'm telling you, she couldn't get in. She tried to go for my uterus. It wasn't happening because I've never been with a man and I'm not sexually active at this point right now. Could change. Anyway, it was like the movie Hostel. I mean, I was like, the girl was like holding my hand. I didn't yell at the gyno, but I'm like, really, I can't take much more of this. And I said, you're not getting in. So I can hear the gyno going, don't you have anything smaller? The girl's like, no. I had a tear in my labia. And I said that. I said, it's from biking because that's when I had the spotting. That's where I had the pain. And all that for nothing. I'm okay. But, some people tear their Achilles. I tear my labia. This is my life, and I'm in hell. I can't. Yeah. Don't they have any kind of instruments for lesbians, like Gold Star lesbians? Okay. According to page 6 from New York Post, says, rumors swirl that Taylor Swift looks pregnant. She becomes the most nominated artist at this year's American Music Awards with 8. She just dominates the music world. And I did buy Elizabeth Taylor. I gotta get a frame for it. Maybe I'll have it for you next week with the blue or the purple record. You know how much I love that song, you guys. So, okay. According to the National Freedom Press, millionaire trophy hunter from California killed, and he was trampled to death by elephants during a safari in Gabon, Africa. Killed by 5 elephants. That's their revenge. Yeah, elephants never forget. What'd you do? Kill its mother? I mean, I don't like trophy hunters. I'm not into that kind. I don't think they should be trampled to death, but I'm not mourning his death today. So, just, can't you do something else? You're a millionaire, so you want to spend your money killing elephants, or what are you killing? I don't know. You're killing something for the horns. I don't know, but it's evil. I'm sorry to say that. It's evil. It's like, RFK Jr.'s weird because he mutilates the dead things, but they're already dead. These people kill something for fun and then put it and hang it on their wall. There's something wrong with you. Okay, Mike Vrabel, taking he's taking a leave of absence from the Patriots. He was caught cheating. Cheating is no reason to leave the Patriots. I'm sorry. They had murderers on their team. Remember, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but he cheated. Aaron Hernandez. They're just famous for having all these. Look at Stephon Diggs. He strangled somebody allegedly. Okay. Anyway. So they have pictures of him with his arm around a NFL reporter who actually, I think she votes for the coach of the year. I'm not saying that influenced or anything, but it was Diana Rossini. I guess he likes the Italian women. We're a little spicy. He says he's going to therapy. This is his business. I don't care if he cheats. And I like the guy. Even if he cheats, I don't care. That's his wife's problem. Most men cheat. 6 out of 10, I'd say. But she interviewed him about his relationship with his wife in the Atlantic in 2025, before the scandal hit. And she called Vrabel's wife, quote, a superb athlete. And he said, quote, I would say used to be. Oh my God, there's some trouble there. She also asked which sport his wife could beat him at now. His answer was ping pong because he gets a little too aggressive. So I'm thinking of Marty Supreme. I started watching that before the news hit of Trump. So the photos hit this month of the hugging and the holding hand. They're in Sedona. Everybody I know is in Sedona. One of my new friends that's staying here, she was in Sedona. One of my other friends, half of the Warring Lesbians, in Sedona. Never been to Sedona. Guess it's very romantic. Okay. Did you hear RFK Jr. breathing when he testified in front of the Senate? I mean, it sounded like Darth Vader with lung cancer. Unbelievable. Trump was being interviewed by Fox by Maria Baratomo, or however you pronounce her name, and he said, quote, "My voice is hoarse because I've been screaming at our Iranians all day." So if he screams, that's going to make him open the Strait of Hormuz? I don't understand. I mean, nothing's going to get done with this guy. I don't know. I was watching old episodes of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and Kyle was telling her daughter, Alexia, about the time she stole her sister's, Kim's Ferrari when she was like 16. Can you imagine? My sister didn't have a Ferrari. I think she had a Corvette when I was young. Top down, and a bee flew in. Now I can relate to this. Have you ever had this happen when these bees fly in, or these huge bugs? Because my mother made me freaked out over bugs. She jumped out of the car as it was running and it was rolling. I mean, because I think she's allergic to bees. You can die from that. But listen to this one. Healthy diets are linked to lung cancer. Okay, I feel good about eating all my sugar and all my fried foods. Non-smokers, researchers found non-smokers under 50 who eat more fruit and vegetables, and I have zero, may face a higher risk of the disease. The culprit, though, not what you think. It's not the healthy food. It's the pesticides that we put in there. Oh, yeah, you can't really scrub that off. I always, like when I get lettuce, because I do eat lettuce, I peel it off till it's almost gone. Like that's going to work. A new study done by USC researchers, data from the Epidemiology of Young Association Lung Cancer isn't proof that eating vegetables and fruits causes lung cancer. I want to make that straight, so people don't come after me. But it sure puts me at ease that I, don't eat any of it. So I know. I mean, you know what? I got to get back to eating. I'm just doing all those shows and stuff. It made me eat crap. Tucker Carlson has a come to Jesus moment. He said he regrets voting for Trump. He's sorry he backed him. He and millions who voted are culpable in that he's sorry and that he didn't mean to mislead anyone. I don't know if it's too late. I accept everybody's apology, but how could you not know that he's not the right? How could you not know that this was going to happen? I mean, I didn't know the scale of this, but I knew there'd be chaos. And, Jeb Bush said it. You're going to be the chaos president. He said it best, I think. And it's like not a day goes by. Like, has it been a year since he's been president? I can't take this anymore. It's a year, right? Please tell me it's a year. I can't take it. 3 more years of this, or 2.5, whatever. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 1. They all made faces when Dorit came out, and she looked like she had a wedding dress on. A woman was holding her train behind her. Erika confessed that Tom Girardi was emotionally and financially abusive. We knew this anyway. I would hear him when he was at dinner when they went with Lisa Vanderpump, and he was talking, and then she started talking. He goes, "Erika, I'm talking," stuff like that. Like, just like she was afraid. You could tell she shrunk herself. And she doesn't seem like she's the type. And I guess he didn't speak to her once for 6 weeks. That's really emotionally abusive. And I have people that do that. Not in my life, but I'm just saying when you're fighting, or they were fighting, their wife didn't talk to the wife for like a long time. Like a few days. How can you go in a room? Sounds like Squeaky Fromm when her father stopped talking to her. How do you stop talking to someone? I don't care how bad you are. I'll still talk to you. Dorit claimed Kyle gave info to PK about Dorit's financial or emotional state. Saying she was erratic and manic and all that. Dorit said she can afford to spend $4,000 shopping. Kyle said she's not in the same financial situation. Yeah, Kyle's got money. Erika said, quote, "The house is being foreclosed on." True. She did admit the house is in pre-foreclosure. Radar wrote her $6.5 million mansion has over $842,000 in debt. PK just stopped paying the mortgage. And I guess there's something going on with Amanda where she took out, I don't know if it was $1 million or close to $1 million loan on Kyle's house. So she's like saying, "I'm rich as fuck." and maybe not. So then the heat turned on to Amanda. Dorit mentioned Amanda said she outsourced her financial well-being to a man and it didn't go well. And I have to say, I agree with Amanda. I really don't ever want to rely on anybody for money. I can't, well, obviously my employer, but she said, I want to remind you, PK was coming off bankruptcy and we built it together. So, like, I don't want to bring her down. I want her to make her own money and all that. But, she's like, I was offended by that. Amanda said, women should know what's going on with their finances, even if they don't make the money, which is true. You got to know what's going on. Is the husband paying the mortgage? Andy asked how her fiance feels about Amanda putting it on blast that she is the breadwinner. Some men can handle it. Most men can't. Rachel thought she was being disrespectful towards him, and I think he definitely felt something, like emasculated. He didn't, like she said, she makes more money in 1 month than he does in the entire year. He said she didn't have to say it in that way. Like, she didn't have to. That's emasculating to a man. I would say that. I make more money than you do. I make more money in 1 month than you do in a year. I don't know what he does. What does he do? Erika thinks resentment will build. And she knows that because she felt that with Tom. And you will pay later. Rachel said when you emasculate a man who loves you, it doesn't matter how much more she makes. True, because there's going to be cracks in the marriage. Erika overheard Amanda telling the cameraman, make sure you get a shot of my Chanel bag. She's nouveau rich. That's what they call nouveau rich. She rubs everybody the wrong way with the money thing. Next week, Jennifer Tilly wears a dress with her face on it. I just, Jennifer Tilly can do anything, and I just love it. Kyle says she's going to ask for half of Mo's business. And then Kathy goes, does he know about this? And she says, the agency is half mine. Woo! Well, yeah, he started it when they were married. Oh, wow. Okay, no wonder she can shop without, worrying about any money. Sutton told Dorit Amanda took out, $2 million loan before filming. That's what I was talking about. So, yeah, maybe it's not all she's cracked up to be. Okay, you guys, just stay out of Trump's orbit. You'll be okay. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'm getting ready for Gay Pride. I'll have to tell you about that next week. It's going to be fun. All right, love you. Talk to you next week. Bye.